Kashtira is finally coming to Master Duel, and it's going to completely change everything. If you still need a beautiful playmat, you can go to zerodamagegaming.com and use the code Solemn for a discount. There's these beautiful new cloth drops. They're absolutely amazing. Again, use the code Solemn for a discount. So right here, we have the new selection pack, Rage of Chaos, and it's releasing on August 9th. So that is in 2 days already, and this is looking to be a powerhouse. As you know, I think the last pack or so wasn't that strong, and then the packs before were pretty good. This is looking like another banger. So I'm gonna go first with the two not as interesting ones. We have Dracoslayer and Vaylantz. Now, of course, if you are a huge Pendulum fan, you're super happy, right? These are really... Dracoslayer is like a solid Pendulum archetype. Vaylantz, maybe not so much. But they're still gonna do what Pendulum does. You know, if you don't get drolled, you set up an FTK. If you go second, it's gonna be a bit harder. You don't have that much room for non-engine. But again, you go first, you set up your board. No one's ever breaking that board. That's typical Pendulum stuff, and I don't think this really changes that much. Overall, these are not going to be mega tiered in my opinion. I think this is going to be like a tier 2 type of deck, but if that's your style, you know, have fun with that. Now, we also have Chaos Angel. This is actually going to help Labyrinth a whole lot. So Chaos Angel says, for this card Synchro Summon, you can treat one light or dark monster you control as a tuner. So even non-tuners become tuners for this card. This means in Labyrinth, you can literally make this with one Lady Labyrinth or a Lovely Labyrinth and one Furniture, because Stovey Torby, for example, is level 2. So level 8 plus level 2, boom, level 10 Chaos Angel. And Chaos Angel is incredible because this says if this card is special summoned, you can target one card on the field, banish it. And then it also gains effects based on the attributes used. So light, then synchro monsters are unaffected by opponent's monster effects that are activated. And dark is monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle. They can basically turn their Labyrinth cards into this huge boss monster that also removes the threat. But more importantly, sometimes this has 3,500 attack. And this is actually relevant because whenever Labyrinth flips up skill drain and then makes this card, now they will almost always have the biggest monster on the board. You know, a lot of decks are able to put up like 3,000 attack boss monsters, but this thing has 3,500. It actually comes up. This along with the other reasons I've just listed so far is why we saw, for example, I think Ryan Yu topping a YCS with Labyrinth and playing 3 of this together with Extravagance, just so you always still had this in your extra deck. So if you're playing Labyrinth with Extravagance and this card, you're gonna have to have 3 extra URs. I'm very sorry for that. But if you're not playing Extravagance, you know, just 1 will be enough. Finally, though, the actual talk of the pack. We have Kashtira Fenrir and Kashtira Riceheart. This is basically telling us something pretty interesting, and that's that Kashtira is coming, but a Riceheart probably is not. Because normally we see like boss monsters actually be on these like new pack announcements, you know? So the fact that we now do not have a Riceheart in this pack announcement kind of says like, Kashtira is coming, but maybe a Riceheart isn't. So I already made a video about Kashtira going in depth for Master Duel players, and also what that might mean if we weren't getting a Riceheart either. So link will be in the description in the comments for that if you want to see that. That's where I kind of go in depth. But the TLDR is that I think Kashtira is still going to be good. It's still insane at going second, and Fenrir especially is still a ridiculous custom card. Also, if we get Tearlament's Kashtira in this pack as well, because it's part of the Kashtira archetype, Tearlaments is gonna get even crazier. Honestly, if you put 2 Fenrir and 3 Tier Cash in Tearlaments right now, that deck will keep its uber best deck status for sure. But on the flip side, I think that Kashtira with Shifter might actually become the second best deck because it can be playable into Tearlaments, and it can also play enough flex slots, so you know, just non-engine, to maybe beat Labyrinth. So that's something to keep in mind. I think that's going to be very interesting. I think we might end up seeing something like Kashtira playing Ash and Bell, and maybe even evenly, to then try and destroy Labyrinth and then sometimes Tier, especially when they open Shifter. So that's going to be interesting. Overall, Kashtira is definitely really solid, and if we end up getting a Riceheart after it without seeing like too many hits on the overall deck, I do think it's going to be the best deck in the game. But as long as there's no Riceheart, I think this Fenrir coming together with potentially Tier Cash actually makes Tier like just even better. Just the best deck yet again. 10 more years of Tier. That's right. What did I say? Because I know Quantal the best in real life, I am going to personally vote for Quantal. Gotta support the homies, so I'm gonna put it down for Quantal's team here personally. That's right. We just had Master Duel Worlds, and the winners are Joshua Schmidt, Quantal, and Emre. So congratulations all of you, but of course special congratulations Quantal, because I actually know you like pretty well in real life. Gotta support the homies, and the homie delivered right here. Of course, also congratulations to all the other amazing players who did very well. I know Jesse Cotton got second. He's like an incredible player. Ryan Yu, incredible player. Again, I don't know all the names. I'm so sorry, but there's so, like, everyone who's at Worlds is really, really fucking good at Yu-Gi-Oh, right? So congratulations. But of course, right now, like, I'm just hype. I only get my reward, like, in 4 days. Damn, that's sad. So that is all. Hope you found this interesting. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you still need a beautiful playmat, go to zerodamagegaming.com and use the code Solemn. There's also beautiful deck boxes, and I will see you soon. Ciao.